We'll have a we'll have a conversation today. We're gonna have a intellectual conversation. We're gonna um, get some things out, get some things out there that need to be out there. As soon as people start coming in, I want to thank everybody for being with me on this live. Much appreciated. We'll get into this law enforcement. I'm hearing a lot of stuff going around, and there's a lot of things that I gotta address, man. Things that, yeah, y'all start hitting the like button as y'all get in here. What's going on? Just let me know exactly what everybody's where everybody's from, so I know exactly who's in here. But we're gonna have a talk, man. We're gonna have a sit down wherever you at. Hope everybody's being safe. We got 3 people in here, so let's come on, start coming in, hitting the like button. Please hit the like button as you come in. Like the video, share the video, subscribe, most importantly. I'm gonna talk about, should law enforcement speak to the public, right? Southern Illinois, what's going on? Southern Illinois, you got Southern Illinois in the building. Oh man, so we got 6 people up in here, so we need a little bit more people in here so we could get this out there, man. So let me just start by saying, anybody who's has supported the channel, like any of my videos, share any of the videos, subscribe. Most importantly, I appreciate it, right? Appreciate the love and support. But I had a comment on my channel today, right? That was a little. So we got Leslie. So I'm gonna start talking. Everybody that's coming in, man, I appreciate everybody who's coming in. Now, I saw a comment today, and I've seen this comment, different comments before, right? Cheers. So yeah, appreciate that. So let me just get into it, man. Anybody who's coming in, if I don't see you, I'm gonna try to get to everybody who comes in here. But if I miss you, I'm saying hello in advance. I'm saying hello to you. All right. So now, I got a message today on my channel. It was one of my videos, right, where there was a guy, right? He left me a comment, basically saying that, why do I feel that it's disrespectful for, wait, let me just fix this camera, man. All right, so I had a comment, right? Now, today was a comment that I saw earlier today, right? And a comment it was one of my videos that I had did maybe 3 months ago. It was a precinct that I had did in Queens. And this particular video, if you guys didn't watch it, there's 115 precinct. You guys can go watch that video. Not really a lot went on in that video, but there was the cops that I was interacting with. They was completely unprofessional. They didn't want to speak to you. They just didn't want to engage, right? Now, I've heard this many times, right? Where people say, well, law enforcement, they don't have to interact with you. They don't have to say nothing to you if they don't want to say nothing to you, right? So I've been hearing a lot of people say that. I saw a comment on my channel today that said, and it was a guy who said, listen, I'm not trying to be rude or anything like that. I just want to know, why do you feel like it's disrespectful that a police officer wouldn't speak to you, right? Now, let me. I know I answered your question in a post in a YouTube and comment in a comment, but let me tell you personally. Let me explain to you and many others out there who may feel that law enforcement have every right to not speak to citizens, right? That's bullshit, right? When you get paid tax dollars and you out there and you protect and you serve, right? And you are, a lot of these cops, they got mission statements where they talk about this. Why they're supposed to, interact with the public. They're supposed to make sure that the public is safe. Make sure that the public is, you know, if I say something to you, if I say hi to you, in reality, you say hi to me, I say hi to you back, right? That's just how it is. That's just, you see somebody walking down the street, you say, oh, well, what's up? They might not speak, you know, but when you have a badge on, right, and when you have a gun, and you're protecting and serving, right? Why wouldn't you want to speak to the public? Why wouldn't you want to have a conversation? I'm not saying you got to go out and say, yo, let's go out for lunch, but if I speak to you respectfully, why wouldn't you want to say the same thing? Why wouldn't you want to say hi to me, or yeah, how's it going, right? Why ignore me, right? There's no reason for that, right? And so that's why it could be, for me, it could be a form of disrespect, because if you're getting paid tax dollars, you're out there protecting and serving, right? Some of these cops, they love what they do. They love protecting and serving. You know, they say that they take their oath seriously. All of that shit that they tell you, right? Why wouldn't they want to speak to you and say hi to you, right? But you know what it is? I figured it out. It has everything to do with a camera. It has everything to do with a camera, because if I'm walking up and I'm doing a video, right, and I'm saying, and I'm filming it, and I'm not even engaging anybody, right? Let me see what everybody is saying first. Right. Every police. So this person says, so real Jingy. Okay, so every policy manual I have ever read says courteous. Right. I'm gonna get to that point. I'm gonna get to that with that, right? So, just trying to fix this camera, man. So, my point is that they serve us. They serve and protect, right? They're out there making sure that the community is safe. Why wouldn't you want to engage? Why wouldn't, when somebody say something to you, if somebody say hi to you, good morning to you, or why wouldn't you want to engage them back? Why wouldn't you want to say, hey, how you doing, sir? Or how you doing, ma'am? I'm not saying all of them act like that, because there's a lot of police officers, a lot of law enforcement that speak to you. Yo, I have many conversations with law enforcement with my camera, and they spoke to me like they wasn't even on camera. You know why? Because they take their oath seriously, and they know that we have every right to film them, and they don't trip about that. Now, I don't want to miss anybody. Supreme Court has ruled that officers are not here for our safety. That's why they have removed it from the sides of the cars. Well, actually, they didn't. In New York City, no. I don't know where you're living at. I don't know where you're from. Let me see this. I live in New York City. We still got officers who on their RMPs it says professionalism, courtesy, professionalism, and respect. It's still on their RMPs. So I don't know what state you at, you know, and I don't really know about any other states other than where I live at. So I can't really speak on that. But that's another point that I've always wanted to know, why they had that on their cars when they don't come from that, right? It's better to me, for them to not have anything on their cars. That way, citizens are not looking for anything. If I go and I put an ice cream a stand, right, and I say the best helado, the best ice cream in town, right, the best you'll ever find, and then somebody go eat my ice cream and it sucks, then they tell me, oh well, the other person down there, their ice cream was better. In other words, don't put something out there for people to expect it, right? Don't put something out there that people would be like, oh shit, well, he said this, oh, he said that. You know, don't put nothing out there like that. But the word protect has mostly been removed. So this is Deborah. So Deborah, where you from though? What state you from? Because I don't know what they do in other states. I only know in New York City. And all the police cars in New York, NYPD, have courtesy, professionalism, and respect. And they've had that for years. They've had that. I think they should just go back to the old days where they just had NYPD on it. They ain't have nothing else. I'm from North Carolina, and many cars don't have it anymore. Yeah, but I don't. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. So, are you talking about in your state? Are you talking about in North Carolina? Or are you talking about where are you talking about? Because where I live at, they haven't removed it. It's still there. And we're gonna get into that. I'm glad you mentioned that. I'm glad you said that, because I've had conversations with many police officers, lieutenants, about them removing that. Because I mean, I can't make them, me physically, I can't make them remove that, right? But it just makes it makes people uncomfortable, right? And it makes people, but no word protect. No, it just courtesy, professionalism, and respect. That's all it says. But we don't see respect. And that's the whole point of this video, because it's like, I'm gonna stay on one topic before I start moving to different topics, right? But the whole point of this video, right, is because I'm seeing too many people get on my videos and telling me, oh, well, a cop don't have to speak to you, right? They don't have to talk to you, right? Like I said, when they are out there protecting and serving, right, their job is to be professional. And mostly every police department all over America, it's in their manual, it's in their memo that they are supposed to be professional with the public. Now, is being professional, if I walk up to you and I say, hey, and I got my camera, I say, good morning, sir, good morning, officer, how you doing? And you look at me and you walk the other way, is that being professional? No, that's not being professional, right? Now, I can see if I had my camera and I started being disrespectful and I started antagonizing them, then I can see them wanting to walk away. But if I'm being respectful, if I'm being polite, and I'm being, 100% authentic, then what's the reason for why am I getting disrespected by you not engaging me? If I'm being professional with you, right, and you being disrespectful with me, how is that professional? How is that courteous? How is that I mean, that doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. It doesn't. I had a conversation with my cousin, who's also in law enforcement, right? She works for internal affairs out in Miami, right? It's almost as though everything they show is opposite what the people ever wanted. Well, you're absolutely right. And that's the reason for why they should take that off their cars, right? I'm gonna get to my point when I said about my cousin, right? But I've said it many times that they should take that off their cars, right? They shouldn't put anything on their vehicles so people would be like, wait a minute, they're not professional. I'm not talking about if you got 100 people, right, in a room, right? And maybe 5 of them out of those 95 people, right, is professional. What happened with the other 95 people? Why is the other 95 people not professional and courtesy and respectful? Why is only 5 people and the other ones is not? And that's what I'm saying about the NYPD. The NYPD, you got the other day I was getting a coffee from Dunkin' Donuts, right? This was, what's today? Sunday? This was Thursday. And I was walking in, I was walking out, and there was a cop walking in, right? And he held the door for me, right? And I was like, oh, thanks, man, right? He was like, man, no problem, right? And just a respect thing. Like, you see somebody walking behind you, or, you hold the door for them, right? Not to say that he have to do that, because he don't have to do it, but it's just the point I'm trying to make is that some people who you could tell people who come from good and the people who come from bad, right? Because let me go to what I was saying about my cousin. So my cousin is she works for internal affairs in Florida, right? I had a conversation with her about this yesterday, right? We had a conversation, right? I said, do you agree with me with that? With police officers are supposed to be respectful with the public. And by them being respectful to the public, if you see them, why not say, hey, how you doing? Right? What's up? Hey, there's a few of them that I have seen in my videos that I have did that talked to me. They stood there and had a 15-minute conversation with me on camera. A lot of them, as soon as they see me with the camera, they want to walk away. They want to walk away. Like, why are you walking away? That's the point I don't get. Why are you walking away? I had a conversation with my cousin about this. Why are you walking away? Did I say anything? Did I do anything? Did I antagonize you for you to walk away? So when you guys leave comments like that, and these are trolls, these are, I don't even know if anybody that's actually supporters that will actually leave a comment like that. Let me read what this says. So he says, it is their first interest to have an interaction with us, even for common sense. And as part of their job, I'm not going to read it. I'm not going to read too much of this comment, but yeah, you know, everybody who's coming in you guys are seeing my point. You guys are seeing what I'm saying. Like, for the people who don't understand, and everybody who's coming in, I appreciate them. Deborah, I appreciate you. Real Jingy, I think that's the name. I appreciate everybody who comes in here and who is just listening to what I have to say. Much love and much respect. But let me stay on my topic. So, you know, I'm not saying like they gotta have a conversation with me. They gotta talk to me. They gotta ask me what I did today. How's my family? I'm not saying that. But at some point, when you serve the public and you have a certain image, like you have, you know, the cops, they got bad images, right? They got a bad image, right? A lot of people don't like cops. You can ask the average person and they'll probably tell you that they don't like cops. Why? Because of their reputation, right? What they stand for, what they do, what they have did to people, like what they have gotten away with, right? What they have gotten away with. There's a lot of cops who have gotten away with a lot of shit that me and you probably won't get away with it, right? So it's important, man, to just be respectful, you know? The video that I got 3 comments about these cops at the 115 precinct. You guys can go watch the video. The whole reason for why I was doing that precinct, right, was a guy who was doing audits a few years ago had did it, and he went to the precinct, and I was disgusted. I couldn't believe what I was watching, right? Because none of these cops knew the law. They kept telling him that he couldn't be over there. He wasn't allowed to record the vehicles, and they made him leave. So I said, you know what? Let me go over there and see if they'll do that to me. And they didn't. As a matter of fact, the cops that was in that video that had told this guy to leave, they wasn't even there. You know, they wasn't even there. And I even was looking for them in a video and they wasn't there, right? But a few officers that I engaged with, I spoke to them. They said hi. But there was a few officers, like towards the end of the video, who didn't want to speak to me, who didn't even want to talk to me. And then one cop said, right? One cop said to me, they don't have to speak to you if they don't want to speak to you. I'm speaking for them. You heard what I said? They don't have to speak to you. I'm speaking for them. Now you tell me, right? You tell me, anybody out there, anybody out there that's against what I'm saying, right? I'm not talking to the supporters. I'm talking about the people who are against what I'm saying. I'm talking about the people who come on my channel who's telling me, oh, they don't have to speak to you if they don't want to do it. They don't have to do that. They don't have to do this. They don't have to do that. How can somebody, and they look young too. I don't know their rank. I don't know how long they've been a police officer, but the female cop said, they don't have to speak to you if they don't want. I'm speaking for them. I was like, wow. And I could have went in on them. I could have really like went in, but for me, it wasn't even about that. Like, I just take everything that goes on in these videos, and it's always a learning experience, right? It's always a teachable moment. Every day is a teachable moment and a learning experience. Every day in life, when we go through shit, like, how can you say that? How can you be a police officer, right? And with any kind of morals, integrity, and you're supposed to respect the public, you're supposed to be, that's the part I don't get. I don't get that. I don't get that. And then you guys be saying shit like, oh, well, they don't have to say nothing to you if they don't want to. Just like you don't have to talk to them, they don't have to talk to you. Well, first of all, right, They protect and serve. I don't get paid tax dollars. I'm not out there protecting and serving. I don't wear a gun. I don't have a badge. I don't have handcuffs. You know, I don't. I'm not in law enforcement. I'm not a public servant, right? They're the ones who's supposed to be respectful, right? There was no need for her to say that. There was no need for her to say, they don't have to speak to you. I'm speaking for them. And then you could see the way she was looking. She didn't want to look at and I don't even know how many feet I was away from her, but I was a little far away from her in the video, recording her. And she was like, literally like this. Instead of her, she was like this. Just like that. Go watch the video, guys, if you don't believe me. I'll put the link in the description so you guys can go check out the video. And you guys can tell me what you think about the video. Because I mean, like, that shit was funny to me. It was hilarious because I'm like, wow. And I think they spoke a little bit, you know, but I was trying to ask them questions, right? They really didn't want to like talk to me. And I'm like, wow. And I'm being respectful to them. I'm not being disrespectful. I'm not being antagonistic. I'm not like that. But they just didn't want to talk. They just was rude. They live a life using anything people say against them. Yeah, I get that. And I know a lot of times, you know, they choose to be silent because they don't want to fucking say, oh shit. Like, you know, then they like, oh shit, I shouldn't have said that. Right. So, you know, sometimes it's better not to say anything. Right. But I wasn't out there saying, yo, what you guys think about the First Amendment? You guys think that what we do? I wasn't, you know, I was just trying to have a conversation with them, you know, and they just didn't want to have it. Right. And it makes them look bad. Right. Because that's not the first time that a cop ignored me. Right there. See, if I'm doing an audit and I'm being ignored by a police officer who's supposed to be protecting and serving, who's supposed to be protecting and serving and protecting my rights, my First Amendment right, my constitutional right, and you're going to fucking ignore me, then we got a problem. We got a problem. And if anybody out there can't see that, then you guys really need to, like, I don't know. I don't know, honestly, because there ain't no way that anybody can convince me that law enforcement is supposed to ignore a citizen. Now, if they're a tyrant, if they're a piece of shit, okay. Yeah, because they're a piece of shit, they're a tyrant. This is what they do. But, I mean, just in general, just in reality, like, you know, it's crazy, yo. It really is, it's really crazy. The other day, I was driving, right? For anybody who live in Queens, I was driving in Jamaica Avenue, right? And there was a cop in front of me, right? Runs 2 red lights. He runs 2 red lights. No sirens on, no emergency sirens on, nothing. He runs 2 red lights. Oh man, I thought I lost y'all. Okay, I'm back. All right, so I was trying to make a point to you guys, right? I was saying, many things that people say against them. Yeah. I appreciate everybody for being in here. Like I said, I can't stop saying that. I do appreciate you guys, right? I want to get to this point, right? So I'm driving, right? And I see a cop driving, right? He's in front of me, right? He runs 2 red lights, right? Now, he wasn't going nowhere. It wasn't like he was responding to an emergency. Nope. Right? So he runs 2 red lights, right? So listen to this. The 3rd light, I got up on the side of him, right? Because the light is red, right? He didn't run that red light. It was the 3rd light, right? So I said, I rolled down my window, right? And they rolled down his window. I said, you just ran 2 red lights back there. You realize that? But it wasn't I was talking to the passenger, right? When I was saying that, right? So the passenger cop was like, I didn't run a red light. I said, well, your partner ran a red light. Why you guys running red lights? I said, if I did it, would you stop me? And the other cop said, yeah, we will. And they fucking pulled off. Like, that's what I'm talking about. Like, shit like that. Like, this is exactly what I'm trying to say and what I'm trying to, I mean, just being rude, just flat out disrespectful, rude, no kind of care for anything. What was the point of you running a red light? No emergency lights on, nothing. You know why you did it? Why you feel privileged? You feel like you could do it because you NYPD? You feel like because you got the blue uniform on, you driving around in an NYPD car, that you could just like fucking run red lights? That's crazy. That's crazy, yo. And we seen many of them do it. That's not the first time that I've seen them run red lights. It won't be the last. I've seen many of them. Many of them do it. They got, where I live at in New York, right? In Queens, right? In all 5 boroughs, they got cameras, right? Cameras is a big thing over here, right? Anybody from New York, you already know. They got, back in the day, we didn't have cameras like that, right? There wasn't around, right? So there was always cops out there, right? There was always cops that was, what do you call it? Stopping you, you know, because they wasn't doing shit, right? Now the city have put out cameras, right? To make it easy on police officers. I don't know. Well, okay, let me read the comments, man. They earn the hate they get. Yep. Your stop doesn't go with the law. Blue line gang members are above the law. Yep. What everybody's saying is true, but let me stick to this topic, man. So running a red light, right? You could do it because you NYPD. And I know other states, they do it too, right? So let me go back to what I was saying. I just lost my train of thought, but now I found it, right? So the cameras is a big thing in New York, right? It's been around for the last damn near 3-4 years. It's very, very something popular. So if you're not from here, right, and you're driving over here, be very, very careful, because we got cameras, and you will get a ticket if you're speeding. If you're going over the speed limit, you will get a ticket in the mail, right? A lot of times you don't even got to worry about the NYPD. Back in the day, we would be worried about the cops. We would be like, yo, driving, making sure that the cops are not around. Now you got to worry about them, because sometimes they be, you know, you're driving, they might catch you speeding and they might pull you over. But the cameras is a big thing you got to worry about too, because if you're going over the speed limit, you're going to get a ticket, right? Not only that, if you run in certain areas in New York, you run a red light, you get a ticket for running a red light, right? I know my boy, he just got a ticket the other day for running a red light. Now, the cops can run a ticket, they could run a red light all day, and they won't get no ticket, and there's no emergency. So, you know, the point I'm trying to make is cops are privileged. I don't know, man. Like, just with them not even speaking with the public, them being rude and being disrespectful to people who pay their salary, right? The whole point with a camera is, and we're gonna get back to this now, right? I wanted to touch on that because it made sense to everything that's been going on with police officers doing shit, getting away with it, and citizens can't do nothing compared to what they do, right? Now, I mean, I got law enforcement in my family, right? And everyone that I have spoke with have said that you're right. They teach us that we have to be respectful with the public, but a lot of them don't do it. So it's like, you know, that's just how it is. But you know, the point I'm trying to make is that they protect and serve. Why is it like that with them? Why they got to be disrespectful? Why they got to be rude to the public? Right? You know, anybody who don't believe me, go in and look at their mission statement. It's in there. How they supposed to protect and serve, and how they supposed to treat the public with respect. You know, they have no integrity, have no morals, they have none of that. Some of them, not all of them. You know, the ones that's out there that is protecting and serving, and they take their oath very, very seriously. Congratulations, I appreciate what you do. Keep continuing to be like that. You know, but so I just wanted to get on here, guys, and just you know, give you guys that, man, because there's a lot of people out there that keeps leaving these comments, right? And they think that cops are like heroes, which is some are, but they supposed to be respectful with the public. They supposed to make sure that we as citizens, we okay, right? And they don't do that. They don't do that. And that's the problem I have with them. I don't know about any other state. I'm not, you know, I don't know about that, but about the rudeness, the response was police officers or everyone else were respectful and some are rude. But some are rude, yep. Some rude, some are cool, very, very nice. I seen one lady the other day, an Asian cop, and she was in McDonald's. And I complimented her on her nails, right? And I was like, "Wow, you got nice nails." I said, "You must be one of the good ones." And she was like, "I think I am." But just the interaction was just a very, very nice and like smooth interaction with her. It was like, wow, like, you know, she just had it just seemed like she had a good heart. Like she was a very, very good person. And I don't know her, right? But just by the interaction, see, I've always was taught growing up, right, that the very, very first impression that you give somebody may be the last, right? So always make a good impression, right? Always make somebody, like when you see somebody for the first time, give it your best, give it your all, you know? Because when you give somebody your attitude, that's what they remember. That's what they remember. They're like, oh yeah, that cop right there, he got an attitude problem. The other day, and people know you for that. Now this cop, I was asking her, I was like, wow, I was like, you seem like you got a good spirit, like you got you know, like you really, really like are a good person inside, like you got a good heart. And she was like, I try to be. And I was like, and I made a comment, I was like, damn, man, I wish a lot of you guys was like that. And she was like, you know what, I can't speak for everybody. I can only speak for me. And she told me, she was like, and it makes me sometimes feel a little sad and bad because it's like, people look at me and they think I'm one of them. And that's exactly my point. See, bad cops, right? When people who don't like cops, when they see a cop, they automatically think that they are like the other ones because they're a cop. But see, when I see a whole bunch of officers, I don't be like, oh yeah, they're all bad. If I have a conversation with them and I'm talking to them, then I'll know. I might not know exactly what they've been through and what they would do, but just the interaction and the first time you engage them, you learn a lot. From just that one, when they open their mouth, you know whether or not you know who you're dealing with. You know who you're dealing with. All officers should be respectful and no rudeness allowed. They are our employees. Absolutely, Deborah. Absolutely, Deborah. Thank you so much for saying that. Would you date a cop? Would you date a serial killer? That's funny. That's funny. No, I mean, if anybody asks me would I date a cop, I don't know. I honestly I don't know. I got a friend who lives in Colorado who dates a sergeant, and I mean, so it might work out for some people. I mean, I don't know if it'll work out for me. I don't know. I can't really say it. I don't know. I really don't know. But I mean, it just I don't know. To each his own. People out there you got a lot of people that have fallen in love with police officers who have kids, you know, and it's dangerous. For me, I believe it's a dangerous job. Like but you don't have control on who you fall in love with. Like people just fall in love with who you fall in love with. You don't have like, I wish I could, you can't just pick like, oh shit, like, you know, get a crystal ball and pick the person you're going to be with. It don't work like that. You know, things just happen. But cops got to be better, man. They got to be more respectful with the public. They got to be more willing to listen, right? That's the most important thing. Willing to listen to what people are saying to them. Anybody who's just coming in, Thank you so much for being with me on the live. Somebody had asked me the other day when I'm going to be making another video. Guys, I'm working on it. I have something lined up very, very soon. My car has been giving me a lot of problems, right? So I've been unable to kind of get from this place, and I'm not catching no trains because I don't catch no trains. I don't do no public transportation. I don't do it, right? So you know, things have been a little rough with the car, man, but as soon as I get it to where it needs to be, then I'll start giving you guys that content. And that's it. You know, it's just wanted to let you guys know that I haven't disappeared, that I'm still out here, right? I'm still relevant. There's been a lot of new people that's been coming out doing videos, and I salute them. I support all the new auditors out there that's picking up a camera. I salute you. You know, this is what it is. It's more numbers. The more we are, the better. So I do appreciate everybody out there that's have you know, decided to pick up a camera and started recording. So that's it, guys. I'm gonna be going away very, very soon. And I'll be live, you know, when I go to where I'm going, my destination, I'll be going live, and I'll be, you know, giving you guys another video, another live. You know, there's always something that I'll be listening. There's always something going on in the world to talk about, so I'll be talking about that. Depends on what it is. I don't know what it's going to be, but thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. I do appreciate it. New auditors out there, respect, much love and respect. Keep doing your thing. Keep holding people accountable. Keep making sure that these guys know, everybody out there know that we have a right to record them. I'm just reading the comments. You guys are funny. M-Star Media, everybody that's coming in, man, I just want to say hello, man. But I gotta be out. I have to do something very, very important. But thank you guys for tuning into the video. I appreciate every subscriber. Thank you guys for so much. Thank you guys for everything. If you guys have donated $1, $5, I appreciate every little thing you guys do, man. And that's it. That's all I can say. And I'm out. Be safe, everybody. Until the next video, be safe again. And that is it. Much respect to everybody. Thank you so much.